Hello everyone and welcome back to another fun and exciting episode of Robbie Plays. We're jumping back in with Brian. He's the one I've decided to go for, so hey, maybe I'll get lucky. I have a Sharpie over here that I need, right there. I have cleaned off my desk for the moment. About half an hour it's going to be covered in minis again, but hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh boy, I forgot about that. We have to go fishing. And not compliment fishing. Because, you know, that's the only fishing I'm good at. Now, I actually do like fishing. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still though, I have to accept. Yeah, you done did a stupid. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish. And my lawn could use another good mowing. That'll show 'em. Oh yeah. I apologize in advance if I cough a lot for the next couple episodes. I'm picking up Sean tomorrow to bring him over to do a bunch of recording for Bicker Brothers. And I've had a bit of a chest cold thing going on. Not fun. For like the past month. But I'm picking him up early tomorrow, so I'm going to be getting a whole bunch of recording done tonight. Hopefully I'm going to finish out with this game and maybe record some other stuff too. But yeah. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, that's going to be a rough start. Amanda comes into the room from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese, not chompy cheese for a reason, Amanda. I have to admit, I eat my cheese like that too. I don't have time to pull it apart, and I just want food. Aww. Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No, Amanda. We have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. I thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, like, be outside and tie knots and stuff. Yeah, that's the downside to being in any sort of Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts for a little while as a kid. I don't remember anything from it except that I got in a fight and got a busted lip. That's all I remember. Don't remember what it was over, don't remember the kid's name, none of it. And I apologize if my webcam is all over the place today. Let me move it there. I've readjusted my setup a little bit, and like my light's up there now instead of right next to me. I was trying to cut down on glare and it didn't work. As you can see, I still cannot wear my glasses. I still become a giant mirror. See? Yeah. I'm actually looking at getting an eye exam soon, and yeah. Anyway. Nope. Yeah. But I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On the first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course, I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish and burns? Confused. Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Not that way. That way. No, oh. YouTuber difficulties. Oh, I shaved my head again. I no longer look like, well, like I have hair. Please, try explaining it to me. Okay, Brian's he just thinks that he's so much better than me, and he purposefully reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, great. I know that's what's happening. Alright, Pops. We should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning? Night, Panda. Oh, boy. One more attempt. There. That's what I want. Right there. So I am not in the middle. Well, I mean, I'm in the middle for you, but yeah. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay. Sleep. He's not gonna sleep. I mean, I'm not gonna sleep. Yeah. I am wide awake. I too have to get up extremely early in the morning. Because someone decided to move half an hour away. Or not half an hour, 3 hours. Sorry. I'm already tired. This does not bode well. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs, and I picked mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes, and I didn't say a thing. That didn't help. But I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. That's kind of fucked up. That's a little bit fucked up. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait, and wait, and wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try and grab a different one, but all the lures in my tackle box are exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water, sinking further and further. I see the multitudes of fish that had been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use a neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch trout, buddy. I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on clothes and get ready. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda, I'll get up in a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blankets to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda when she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was bored ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. My headphones are trying to eat me. Woof woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Robbie sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass. I'm always a country guy. Again, it's just the twitch too high. But if I move it, it's a twitch too low. YouTube struggles. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so that we can catch some trout. I have a nice little fire and enjoy the nature. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I'm digging a hole here. I stare out at the forest lining the highway, the sun just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer, grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the bush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake. Am I the only person on this cul-de-sac that has a car? I'm really wondering about this. I seem to be driving everyone everywhere. This is a little too much like real life. I know like 3 people who drive. None of them ever come over. Well, here we are. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us, barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. Oh, great, it's still in one piece. Hold on. Help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian paste a tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. That's adorable. I love corgis. Corgis are cute. Wow, light. That's a little better. Woof woof. Alright, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me.
Oh, shucks.
Suit yourself. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. You kids want to fish? I'm good with throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into a pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore in the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts the life vest on around himself and we... Brian puts the life vest around himself and we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place, looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Jeez, I cannot talk today. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Yeah, I know. That's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man. You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm going to catch, obviously.
Hey.
I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that. Let's say, if I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition. But, if you win, you get my pole saw, the Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shit, Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker's prized possession, but those are hard to reach branches in the back of the yard that had been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. Yup. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and the pole in my hand. Insult the fish. Brian, game of fish is all about psychological warfare. Watch this. I look out into the serene, undisturbed lake. Hey, fish!
Aha!
Fuck you.
Well...
I turn my attention right out like that to Brian. That'll show him. Now what? I'll tie a knot or something. I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate-looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter's bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yep, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. With this knot, I will cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver unto us a bountiful harvest. I look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast the sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can.
Oh!
And the lure flies off the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged that wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down.
Ah.
Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Oh god! Fishing around here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line 3 of the same species and reel them in. Oh god. I need to match 3 of the same species? I can't tell them apart.
Match that fish.
You. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. These kind of mini games I'm good at. Sort of. Sometimes.
Match of the day.
No. Oh god, they all look the same. They really do. Oh my god. You.
Nice catch.
Yes.
Nice catch.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I am just that good. Oh yeah.
Now you're fishing.
Oh yeah, you just can't beat me when it comes to fishing. I am clearly the best fisherman ever. I know exactly what all these fish are. Are they switching out or something? Yeah, I think they are. Oh, there's one. If these all didn't look almost exactly the same, I'd be doing much better at this. All I can tell is red, yellow, blue. You. I keep looking down here, and there's nothing down there. Yes, there's that. And now there's that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you fish. I am the best fisherman ever. You cannot deny it. Oh, yeah. I got a rainbow trout in here. I don't know what that's going to do for me. I do know that we have those in the waters around here. Oh, yeah. Good work. That didn't do too bad. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug upwards. I think I got something big. The tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run. Reel it in! That was weird. Finally get the fish right up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Yeah! Brian hands me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice my hands are shaking with excitement. The fish is bigger. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian's caught. The pole, that pole saw is mine. Oh my! The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. I'm finally dragged upward, sputtering water. All of our gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time. God damn it, Maxwell. Stop being cute. You alright? Does that count as one? Whoa! Seeing as how all of our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughed. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to the shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glisten in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring.
Hey.
I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Wanna hand me yours? Yes, okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life. Or any sit-ups at all, really. Anything you bested me in. Another thing you bested me in. Stupid sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have. The day's young. We can fish from the shore. Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit up and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge. We're probably going to have to put the kibosh on the competition for now. Till another day. My stomach growls. You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars. I have a small child. I'm flushed with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo short granola. Now, we're back to waiting. Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They've probably established a small rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature's beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. There you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors. Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Throw the stick. I hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him. Which, consequently, is not very fast. It is very cute, though. Nice throw, Robbie. I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. The world champion of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Rub the belly. Maxwell rolls over and lets me rub his belly. He wiggles on the glass, clearly loving it. I feel like a bit of a third wheel here. Where are my belly rubs? I'm so flustered I can barely say anything. I just focus on petting Maxwell and hope Brian doesn't notice how much I'm sweating. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them, and frying them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods, looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad Bod Patrol. I'm gonna have to issue both a citation demand you both put your shirts on. There are children present. Brian tosses me a now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying entomology. What? We were playing with bugs. Expected you guys to be covered in, like, mud and stuff. Daisy looks offended. What are you taking me for, a child? Amanda puts her hand on Daisy's shoulder.
Ugh.
Right. We take a seat around the fire, and Brian serves us all generous piles of fish on paper plates. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything?
Well,
Fish taste okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths full of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Wholehearting family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out here on the lake, and then I accidentally tipped over that boat. Don't worry, all of the gear floated to the surface, so we didn't lose anything. Right, Robbie? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, even how humbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my world-famous sense of humility. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. The poor pup falls up in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Been an ordeal today, bud. Let me drive you guys home. Oh my god, somebody else can drive? I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. As we drive away, I take one last look. Music! At the lake, disappearing behind us, and smile. I rest my head against the window, and lo, the rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Hey, sleepyhead! I open my eyes and realize I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict, so I'm super awake for it. And ready to fight. With my strong arms. It's all good. You earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest? Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately collapse into the couch. Long day. Yup. I was so close to that pole saw. Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish, and... Ugh, stop! Why do you care so much? Amanda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number, and he's rubbing my face in it. Dad, I love you, but you're kinda dumb sometimes. Dumb or clearly the superior dad? You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. Amanda slides off the couch and face down onto the floor. I am a tired slug. Amanda, that floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. Yeah, treat people better than they treat you. I didn't get an S, I don't think. I did good, but I screwed up that one thing and made him mad. Oh, I still got an S.
Make a dad blush.
Oh. Apparently I didn't do good at fishing. Or competition. But family vacation. Nailed that. Oh, soft boy. 2 out of 3. Don't trust anyone who likes their meat well done. Exactly. Medium well at absolute most. Well, it's been a long day. Just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. Wonder if Amanda's still awake. My kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed. Knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm pushing this. This is the second time. First time, okay, maybe. This is the second time. No, nothing happened. Go away. Amanda. Get out. Okay. Quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep. When I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh. Okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging out on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated terror. Remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. It's true, ice cream fixes everything. Ice cream or French fries. After giving a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rubbing her string around for ingredients. And with that, we'll find out what happens next time on Robbie Plays. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. If you think they'd enjoy it, let them know about us. And as always, have fun.